Hello, hello. All right, so Ophiuchus, let's go ahead and jump on in, and we're going to first ask, um, what is making Ophiuchus attractive right now, and then who is attracted to Ophiuchus right now? So I do these stories about once every quarter. It's nice to check in, and today's Valentine's Day, so I think it's a good day to start thinking about oneself for our characters. So Nine of Pentacles, one of the things that makes Ophiuchus attractive is they have kind of their own abundance. Now they're also pretty modest about how well they are doing in life. They may be like, no, like, send the accolades to others. They seem to be a quietly powerful person. They're not seeking all of their, they might blush also. This Ophiuchus might have a cute little blush. They may tend to kind of like deflect a little bit. They don't want a whole bunch of pomp and, um, hyper focus put on them. We got a Three of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, I definitely think that they kind of keep their successes to themselves, which again is very attractive because of the modesty factor. They are not seeking the limelight. They may refuse to go on stage to accept an award. They may, even their hands are like spotted, like, it makes me so nervous. Like even my hands are blushing. These are actually coins in the hands, but I feel like they don't want articles written about them. They don't really want all the fanfare that goes along with success. And that modesty is really beautiful. Nine of Cups and the Devil. Interesting because they also seem to be one of the things that makes them really attractive. I think this is kind of funny. For all of this success that they really don't want to broadcast, they do have like, okay, they're shy, but they're only shy in front of like everybody else. When it gets down to like good loving, I feel like Fucus is a freak. That's how this comes across. They are extremely like they have a bit of a naughty side. We have the Magician sideways, but they pretend like they don't. And again, it's like I feel as if Ophiuchus gives little signs and signals. They come across as somebody that is very attractive, okay? But they kind of keep it under wraps. They do manifest people coming toward them, but in a subtle way. Ophiuchus chooses the people that they would want in their life with a much more subtle, sensual vibe. They kind of, I almost feel like with this quietness and this modesty, when it comes to like who Ophiuchus is attracted to, they give off a vibe of like a bit of an air of mystery, like, yeah, if you kissed me, you'd never forget it. They just give little hints that, like, I think that if Ophiuchus has found this to be true, they aren't like really in anybody's face with their sensuality or attractiveness, yet is there, and they know that they have that power, but they don't always exude it. They don't always exert that. If they wanted to, look across the room and make eyes at a particular person, they could probably set their watch and be like, that person in 3 minutes and 15 seconds will be beside me. If I look at that person and give them a little bit more of that particular look that I know I can give off, they'll probably be here in about a minute and 45 seconds. Like they could practically time it. And I'm not saying that they're just like oozing this sensuality. They actually refrain from using it too often. They know who to attract, how much of that bright light to let shine if they want to attract somebody to them. For the most part they don't, but they know this Ophiuchus, in the most non-braggery way, this Ophiuchus can attract anybody that they want, anything that they want, and they do know that, but they don't misuse that power. They quietly, subtly select what their heart really wants, and then they don't over like pizzazz anybody. They want people to come toward them for the real reason, but they do know how to like put out the shine that they know does attract people. Look, we have this glowing candle. It's like, I know that I can be the candle that the moths come to, but I make sure that I don't want to, manipulate anybody. I want them to come toward me of their own free will. And I know that I have the it factor. And if I turn that on, I know I can attract almost anybody. I know I could wrap people around my finger. I know people would do things for me if I asked them to, but that's what I don't do. I don't manipulate people. I only attract the people I'm actually interested in. And even then, I don't want to bamboozle them. I want them to come toward me because they're interested, not just because for some reason I know I can turn on that shine, that polish, and automatically they'll be drawn in. I only give a little bit and then let them make the decision to come toward me if they want to. I know it sounds strange. It sounds very cryptic, but this Ophiuchus, let's say they've done it enough times in their life to know that it's true. That's simple. Like, I mean, it sounds crazy, but I've had it happen enough times to know that that's how that works. So who is attracted to Ophiuchus right now? Two of Wands in the reverse. Somebody that has a one-track mind for Ophiuchus. Somebody that used to be really full of themselves and now they are kind of nuts about Ophiuchus instead. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. It almost feels like somebody who, okay, I've just been talking about Ophiuchus having kind of like that Marilyn Monroe-esque attractive force that they intentionally try to like subdue and not overuse. But I think that someone else who's used to being the preening peacock, could be a masculine, by the way, because I think it's the male peacocks that have like the most beautiful color. I think the peahens aren't very colorful and the masculines are. They're used to having everybody fall at their feet, and now instead they've fallen for Ophiuchus. This is somebody who is like used to being, you know, Mr. Slick back hair movie star. Everybody falls at his feet, and instead he's become a fool for Ophiuchus. And yet this is like his fall from grace in a way, because it's like, I can't believe this. Like I'm the one at the disadvantage. I'm never at the disadvantage. I kind of feel like this could have been somebody who, similar to what I was trying to describe about Ophiuchus. Like, look, when a peacock pops its plumage, like it is a sight to behold. It is gorgeous, right? If you've ever seen, you know, they're pretty with their feathers down, but when they go up, it's like, wow. You know, you're going to stop and pull over and look because it's so beautiful. I'm thinking that they used to know how to pop their feathers and make everybody look their way, but I think that they were kind of abusing their attractiveness at one point. And attractiveness to me is not just visual, you know, it's whatever that magical it factor is that we were describing with Ophiuchus. But I'm feeling like they used to be able to draw in anybody, and maybe they did it with wild abandon. And maybe because sometimes can be like their punishment is their bad karma is you did it to everybody, and now guess what? You've fallen for somebody that you're attracted to, and you can't get to them. I don't know if they tried this power of persuasion on Ophiuchus, and then they continue to do it to other people too, and Ophiuchus was just done with them, and now they can't get Ophiuchus back, because this is like they're trying to move on, but they're in tears. They're attracted to Ophiuchus, but they feel like they missed the chance. Maybe they botched the chance. This really feels like somebody who thought that they were all that in a bag of chips, and now Ophiuchus is their wish fulfillment. And it's like, how do I get Ophiuchus back? 9 of Cups. I really want to be with them. How do I get them back? So whomever is attracted to Ophiuchus right now, they are doing some tear shedding. It is not the right time for them to even try to approach Ophiuchus, though, at the moment, because Ophiuchus is actually like, I mean, winning is what comes to mind right now. They can see Ophiuchus is at like the top of their game. I feel like Ophiuchus has a lot of doors opening up for them, will have a lot of doors opening up for them. And I kind of think that this is a time frame. I don't even know if it's about romance for Ophiuchus right now. I'm thinking that Ophiuchus is about to experience some really awesome, you know, turn of good fortune in their life. And they're supposed to enjoy that without this person in their way, or without this person like kind of like hovering around them and kind of soaking up some of Ophiuchus's good fortune and good vibes. I really think Ophiuchus is supposed to just be out there doing their own thing for right now and not worrying too much about this other individual. Not to be rude, but I just don't see them being able to be a big part of Ophiuchus's life right now. All right, that is what it is. I'm going to leave that there, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up.